Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristin and I am here with another layout for Baby Got Scraps, a hop started by Kristin Crafts to use up our scraps. So for the last month or so, I have been working with The Good Stuff by Simple Stories and documenting a title page for each month of my 2017 scrapbook, which I've never done before. I've never done title pages. I don't even do title pages for my books, but decided because this stash seemed perfect for that, that's what I would do. So here is the stash that I have left. While recording this, I still had 4 months to finish, but I had a ton of scraps from the other months that I had completed, and so I wanted to go ahead and use some of those up for this hop. So I'm not combining this one with my New Year Old stash because all of this stuff was purchased in the year 2022, so it is all new, and I don't bring anything in that's not from this collection on these title pages. So here are all the scraps I have, including the branding strips. I'm not even using scraps on my main pages except like scraps to matte pictures and stuff like solids. So I've got the washi and enamel dots. I've got tons of ephemera still. This is after doing 8 months, and some other layouts as well. So, and I'm documenting a picture from a birthday, and I have my background paper, my embellishments, my picture, and my scraps. So let's see how this goes. So I decided to start with black paper on this one, just because I've done a lot on white lately. I thought I'd add a little bit of something different, and I pulled out my wild honey and tapped that out because the wild honey and the mustard seed are the two yellows that are in this collection. They're very similar. So, excuse me, I tap that out, I dry it, or I let it dry mostly, and then take a paper towel to make sure that it's not extra, still wet and stuff. So, and then I go through the cut aparts that are on the back of all of these papers and find the ones that I want to use for what's on the cut apart. And then I go through and find like patterns that I want to use to make my layers. Now, all of this is from, like I said, the Simple Stories collection, and all I'm using is cut aparts, whether they're still intact with others or not. That's all I'm using is the scraps from this collection. And so I love that I am able to find a way to stretch what I have so that I can make these pages that look like I've got more paper stash, because I have 2 of each of the papers. One side is the pattern, the other side are cut aparts for each month. And so that's all I have in paper that goes with this collection. So the only thing I bring in is black and white matte stack papers so that I can matte the pictures. I matte my every month there's like a full month calendar, and so I matte that. Usually I'm almost positive every time I've matted that so it would stand out against the background paper. So the only difference in these that I'm using that are not the main month page is I'm using a solid background paper and then all the extra scraps from the different months. So like that heart paper is the back of the February, and I can't remember what everything else is. I just knew that the hearts were from February. Not too far stretched there. So I had 2 cut aparts with that stripy paper in the back. I made them stretch to where it looks like there's this large piece in the background, and I fishtailed both pieces. And I had to make sure that I flipped them the correct way. Now it just looks like it is one big piece that I did a double fishtail at the bottom, because I am going to mostly cover where they connect in the middle, at least at the top where it's more defined, that you can see a difference. Not as much right here on camera, but in person it was coming up a little bit on one corner, so you could tell that it was coming, that it was 2 different pieces. So, but I am going to cover part of that up with a sticker from the sticker book, I believe. So I am going to journal here where it says celebrate. I don't know what this is. Oh, every day. This is my husband's birthday in 2017. And the only reason I giggle is because it's weird for me to say. I don't know. It's still new for me that we are in the process of getting divorced. We are friends, and the best of friends, and it has been super amicable. But I occasionally will say my husband, and then as I say that, instead of saying my husband, I say my James, which sounds weirder. It's just a matter of getting used to calling him something different. So, and I don't want to say this is my ex-husband because officially we're not even divorced, and I don't know. Anyway, I know I'm an odd cookie. It's all fine. Anyhow, this is my friend, my children's father. Anywho, it's his birthday, and he was having a caramel cake, which is absolutely delicious. And this is at my parents' house. And so I just figured I would do all of the celebration, yay, all the kinds of things like that to document this page. So I put that little piece. It's like, it's not washi material, but it's a pretty thin sticker in these sticker books. So I put that up there at the top. I think I actually put it upside down on purpose because I wanted that little loop at the top to kind of cover it more. And I thought I would put some like smiley face or something in there, but it doesn't look right, so I don't. So I add the month on here, and I am going to put the day of the week. I debated about this. So this is on June the 9th. His birthday is the 3rd. I tried to decide if I wanted to put the 3rd on here because that's his birthday, but it wouldn't have worked had it not messed up like where it goes in the book. Then I might have put the 3rd, but it was going to because I have 4th of July pictures, obviously. So I decided that I would go ahead and put the actual date instead. It's not like I'm going to forget that his birthday was July the 3rd. So we just happened to be celebrating on the 9th. So the other thing that I've done while I was rambling on, the one thing I had left on my 12 by 12 sticker sheet from this collection was that long branding or border strip. And I didn't want it just across the bottom because one, it's not a full 12 inches. It's like 11 3/4. And two, I don't always go with a full straight branding strip or border strip. And it didn't really fit, so I thought I would do something a little different. I did half of it on the bottom, and then originally my thought was I'd do the other half on the opposite corner going the same, direction parallel to the one at the bottom. But because the way the flat cut part was, I didn't like the way that was going to look, so I decided to come down the page, and I like that too. So I got that on there. I'm just adding extra this and that. These have been a more is more on almost every one of these layouts because there is so much with the embellishment packs and the sticker book and the thickers. Well, they're not called thickers because it's Simple Stories, but it's their foam, title and there's like some icons and stuff. Plus I had the puffy stickers. Plus I had the 12 by 12 sticker sheet. And then of course I have 2 things of the enamel dots. So, this collection came with a lot of stuff. So I just went all out. Now, can I use some of these things when I'm not using this collection? Certainly. But I would love to use as much as I can on what I document for 2017. It'll just kind of bring the whole book together. Now, do I normally do that? No. So it's fine. Okay, so while there's no ice cream in this picture, we did have ice cream with our cake. Does it matter that we had ice cream with our cake and because I put ice cream cones on here? No. Do I have a hard time putting things on a layout that don't make sense? Sometimes. Sometimes when I'm in my random moods, I can do it and not think twice. But sometimes I really have to rationalize, like we had ice cream with our cake. Now, Anyway, so I did put some enamel dots in 3 different places with the colors that were used on here the most. And so here are the close-ups. I love the way these are turning out. I love these papers. Would I pick every one of these if I was picking out like papers individually? Probably not, because I'm not a huge floral person. But I love the way that this whole entire collection is coming together. I hope you'll go below in the description box and hop along and see all the other people who are playing along and using up their scraps with Baby Got Scraps. We have one more day this month. I cannot believe that. So I hope you'll come back tomorrow and see me again. Have a great day and happy scrapping.